Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again once more to my channel. I'm your host, Ibrahim Maroto Sumba. In this video, I'm going to talk about the nicknames that we used to have while in primary school and how we used to help our parents with work in homes when we are back from school or during the holidays. During primary school days, in every school, whichever school one was attending, we used to have nicknames. And these nicknames, how they came about, some of them I don't know, but some we can know. And some pupils would accept the names. Otherwise, others would not accept the names at all. You call one nickname to somebody who has been given that name, be ready for a fight or run for your life, or unless you are capable of withstanding the abuse or the fight that will be directed to you. For example, we from the Shuchis, we are always called Aba Shuchi, or the Shuchis, or Amavombola. Amavombola, our grandfather was a Shuchi, was a slightly deranged, and he had some psychiatric illness. And he used to tie some ribbons of some plants around his neck coming down. And we will always be referred to by Ava Shuchi Amavombolo, like this. And for me, they will always call me big-headed because I have a big head, as you can see. And then there were guys at school in primary, we have one was nicknamed Hapusi. Anyora Hapusi. This guy his name was Anyora, but he had a nickname Hapusi, because it is said that one time he went for lunch and he found that the cat had eaten the lunch food that his mother had prepared for him. So what he did, he tossed the cat in kerosene and set it ablaze, and the cat took off heading to the stream that was full of reeds, and a forest of reeds, and the reeds caught fire. So he was nicknamed. And then we had my friend, he passed away, Majoni. It was called Nyundo because he also had a big head. So you could call him Majoni Nyundo. We had a close friend and a neighbor, also the late Munubi Ofuzo, and he was called Onyulo. Onyulo is a type of vegetable that is used for very much in my area for eaten with ugali. It has a liquid that is sticky, very good for anti-constipation, and we used to call him Onyulo. But you call him Onyulo when you are able to run, otherwise you'll be smacked. So these are the nicknames that we used to have, and at times they were enjoyable, at times they were offensive. And what I did not understand is why ladies were never given nicknames. It was only boys that had nicknames, and up to now I still don't understand. Then come to holidays or after school on weekends. Every weekend you are assigned what to do. You know what to do. Most of the time you will go to grind the flour for ugali. That is, you go to the posho mill. On Saturday in the morning, before you go to the posho mill, you go to the farm, help to do the weeding, preparing the land. If it's a planting season, you start to plant. If it is going to look for fetch firewood in the afternoon, you have to go and take the cows to the grazing fields, and fetching water for us, fetching water was really a distance because we could walk all the way to Mushirima stream down there. Very big forest full of snakes, lions, and all other, not lions, sorry, leopards and other animals during our days. And then we could go to fetch firewood at the Okello, at the Johanna place. And there was a very big forest there. They had a very big land just next to Joel's home and William Obonyo's home. Very big forest full of firewood. But we go there very carefully because if the caretaker will find you, you are in big trouble. So we could go a very big group, we get the firewood, we get out. And I remember also when I was constructing my first cottage, Isimba, that's where I would go to steal the wood for the Isimba construction. Then on Sundays, the same thing, we either go to church, then go to grind. And those days, having posho mills were very few also. We had a posho mill, one at Imanga. There was no posho mill at Otiato. So we would only go to Imanga or Shiasuna, or go to Musanda, or even go as far as Bungasi, or we go to Hukwin down there. And because there are no bicycles, either you will walk with your load of mixture of maize, cassava, millet, sorghum, grain on your head to that place, or we used to have to make handcarts. Like me, I had a handcart that I would put on my grain luggage and go all the way to Eshukulu, pushing, then coming back. And you feel so proud. We go to look for firewood. We go in the forest, fetch firewood. One time when we have just come out of the forest, we are at Joel's place. Now we are going home with huge bundles of firewood. And it happened that the bundle that I was carrying on my head, there was a snake. And then somebody alerted me, shouted, "There's a snake on the bundle of firewood you are at." The way I tossed off that bundle of firewood from my head to the ground was in lightning speed. And the snake took off. So the snake took off. I took again my bundle of firewood and I went home. It was joy. And we would compete who is going to have the largest bundle of firewood. During weekends also, when we have to go and fetch water from the river because it was far, we used to do it as a group. So we go in one home. If at the angle of Michael, we will go, Uncle Michael, we go put there. We first of all fetch water there. We come to our house, then to another one. So it was a group teamwork. The same to fetching firewood. And this is what we could do also when we are approaching Christmas. During Christmas season, we fetch firewood, we fetch water, enough. So from 24th up to 2nd, nobody will go to the river to get water. Nobody will go to get firewood. You have enough. And then we get soil. We used to get some different colors of clay soil to smear, cement the houses. You know, there was red soil, there was red clay soil, we had brown, we had white, we had gray. You come and smear the walls, the floor. Welcome to this home, you know. Merry Christmas, like that, with the flowers. Very enjoyable. Not like these days. These days during Christmas, out on Afrika Disco. It was very enjoyable. Then we would go to church. And helping parents was mandatory. There was no way you could dodge it, and it was just necessary. You look after the cattle, you go to till the land, you harvest, you fetch water, you get the chicken for the grazing of the cows. I remember my father didn't have cows, but I would go to help in herding the cows for Uncle Michael the late. And one time after school, I went and it was on a Saturday. I took the cows down at Osoko's place. And when the cows were grazing, I was under a tree, a particular type of tree that is very much liked by caterpillars, and it was a season. And under this tree, I was tapping on the tree. I didn't know that caterpillars were up on the branches, and then the caterpillars started raining on me. From that time, I have a phobia towards caterpillars. I took off. I left the cows. Fortunately, they didn't meander into anybody's farm. I was crying like hell. Then I went back again after confirming that there was not a single caterpillar on me. And you go to graze your cows, you go and the cows should not meander into somebody's home, farm, because if they did it, you will be punished thoroughly. Mnasoma nini? You see, now the question of education comes in. The cows are going to have meandered into somebody's house, somebody's farm, but you are asked, unasoma nini? Unaenda shuleni kufanya nini? As if now education is connected to grazing cows. You just have to be observant that the cows do not meander into somebody's farm like this. The chicken, you release the chicken, there are chicks, the hawk should not come and take any of the chicks. You will be asked why, where were you and why? Unasoma nini? Usomanga shina. Such like things. And it was really enjoyable to help parents. We do manuals, grace, do the digging around the home, slashing, and it was really wonderful. You feel that you are part of, especially when you are doing things collectively as a family with your colleagues, your cousins. You go to fetch water, you go to get firewood. You feel that attachment, that you are one. And you feel that nobody can really come and scold you, because there's safety in numbers. Even if somebody thinks of coming to do something silly to you, you know that you will be protected. So the weak, the strong, we are all banded together, and this togetherness makes you to be strong. So that is how we grew up. That's how was school life, and then helping parents, going to the posho meal, of course, being sent. It was very enjoyable. Like you are told, go and visit so and so, and you are given a bicycle. Now you are able to ride. You feel honored to have been told to use a bicycle and go to a place, come back successfully, deliver the message, or you are brought back an item. Always to be sent was also very good. Sometimes you either by bicycle or on foot. I was sent one time to my uncle's place at Nyapeta, and I was coming back. It was around 8 p.m. And during this time, of course, with the plantation of canes, when I was coming back, just before I reached, there was this route that is going to Were side, and it's facing the route to Uncle Michael's home. And there was moonlight, very bright. And on the Uncle Michael's route, I saw a leopard ready to strike. I think it was timing another animal. I don't know if it was timing me, but it did not come to me. It was timing another animal. So when I saw this leopard waiting to strike, I stopped, and then moved ahead very slowly on the road towards our home. Very slowly I went, I gained courage. Then as I was going, I tried to look back. So when I reached the path going to our home, I looked back again, and I saw that the leopard was not really following me. It was not there. I took off in a lightning speed. I reached home, pushed the door, and my father and mother were wondering what was, and then there was a leopard. And then fortunately the leopard was not for me. I think it was just waiting for another prey that it had timed in between the sugarcane plantation. So it was joyous, enjoyable to lead this type of life. It has really changed now, and we don't know. Like now we have several motorcycles, and as time goes, motorcycles will also not be there, because nobody knew that matatus will be there, then it will be overtaken by motorcycles. Also, motorcycles are not going to be there. Sometimes, yeah, as years go by, nobody knew that transport companies like Mawingo during our time would be there, would not be there. There was Mawingo, there was Ongeve, there was Maunga, there was Taifa buses, which all ceased. Akamba, which was the last. Now we have Coast Bus. Coast Bus used not to be there. Easy Coach used not to be there, and these companies ceased to exist, and we have motorcycles and also matatus. Matatus are going to get finished. Just wait and see. Soon they will not be matatus, as they start to introduce transit buses that are carrying more passengers, and they have special lanes. So matatus are just going to be automatically first off the road, the way bicycles were forced off the road. Now very few people are owning bicycles. Most people are owning motorcycles. So that is how it was. Thank you very much, guys, for watching my channel. I plead you subscribe, like, so that I may get more subscribers. Thank you very much, and see you for the next video that I'm going to produce. Thank you very much. God bless you.